Fighting ma be careful Ọba tó paṣọ ní Abacha láì lo kóńdó kó má
Courts are being utilized to assert the right of Nigerians. And I would think that our judges have not demonstrated the kind of courage that is expected of them. How can you have a judge at the Federal High Court in Abuja last week Friday sitting on the case of 119 Nigerians, including 32 children, 5 of whom slumped right there at the court?
Yes.
Because they had been stabbed during the period of their detention for nearly 100 days. They were malnourished and sick. And the judge did not have the courage of conviction to say that I cannot allow this in my court. So that the kind of rot that we have in Nigerian police today, where the police themselves are behaving like slaves.
Yes.
Because they think they are the ones they want to enslave.
Yes.
But it is, if you look at the time of the colonial masters, who made up the armies of repression on British colonial masters in Nigeria, it was fellow Nigerians. So, if you are being used to oppress your fellow man, you are first and foremost the slave.
Yes.
Of course.
Because only a slave was set an order to flog another Nigerian,
Correct.
to beat another Nigerian, to arrest another Nigerian protesting for what concerns you. You are the first slave. Because you can't even say no.
Yes.
We were still saying no.
Yes.
When we don't have
Yes.
And we don't want that same enslavement to get to our court. Because it was a tragic occurrence that we saw that last Friday. A judge lacking the courage of to say no, not in my court. Not until Nigeria was exposed to global embarrassment that something had to be done. Now, those 119 protesters have been released since Tuesday. But what about the rest? And that's the reason why we are here today. How do you release 119 protesters out of over 200, 300 that are still in detention and on trial for the same offense? Today is the day the trial of 11 of them commences at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Adaramoye, Michael Lenny, and 10 others. They are being tried for treason. According to Nigeria's laws, treason carries death sentence. So what that means is that we face the prospect of some of us being executed simply because we marched peacefully on the street in August against hunger and hardship. Why we are here today is to say that no one deserves the death penalty for protesting against hunger. If truly this is a civilian rule, if it is not a military dictatorship that we are under, the appropriate response to protest is not treason.
At all.
And it's important because today is November 8th. 2 days from now, on November 10th, will be the anniversary of the state execution of Kensaro Wiwa and 8 Ogoni leaders by the Sani Abacha dictatorship in 1995 because they were protesting for environmental justice in Ogoni land. These men were pronounced guilty of treason and of murder, and they were executed here in this country. Is that the kind of legacy President Tinubu also wants to follow?
I will say no to it.
A legacy of dictatorship, a legacy of state murder of peaceful protesters. We are here to demand that charges against all peaceful protesters who are on trial and in detention should be dropped. In Maiduguri on Monday at the State High Court, 19 protesters were also charged to court. Among them are 3 children, aged 14 and 17. So what that means is that there are still children who are still locked up because of Endbadgovernance. So what Tinubu has done on Tuesday is not enough. What did I say? It is not enough. Our demand is that all protesters should be free. Adaraboye Michael Lenny, Mosiu Sodiq, Daniel Akonde, Angel of Innocence, Adeyemi Abiodun Abayomi, Buhari Lawal, Bashir Bello, Suleiman Yakubu, Opaluwa Ileojo, Nuruddin Tamis, Absalam Zubairu. Once again, Adaraboye Michael Lenny, Mosiu Sodiq, Daniel Akonde, Angel of Innocence, Adeyemi Abayomi, Buhari Lawal, Bashir Bello, Suleiman Yakubu, Opaluwa Ileojo, Nuruddin Tamis, Absalam Zubairu, the 19 protesters in Maiduguri, Borno State, all NSAS protesters still in detention. All victims of state repression. Journalists in detention. Bloggers in detention. Of the greatest Nigerian people. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our right.
Our right to protest is inalienable. It is natural and part of us. In fact, to strengthen democracy all over the world, there must be protest. Without protest, we cannot have viral democracy. The peaceful protesters who protested and are in detention, we are calling on the government of the day to immediately make process for their release. Arresting them, detaining them, dehumanizing them is not in our law. We have this opportunity to call on the president that power belongs to the people. When people are protesting, in fact, the duty of government is to give them support. There is hardship in the land. There is hardship. When people protest, allow them to protest. Immediately let them release all the protesters. The Constitution of Nigeria, Chapter 4 of the Constitution, give us right of freedom to protest. Blocking them from protesting, denying them the right to protest, is denying them their fundamental human rights.
Yes.
We are calling for the immediate release of all the protesters. We are calling on the Attorney General of the Federation to immediately discontinue all the cases against the protesters.
Yes.
Because they have committed no offense.
Yes.
Instead of continuing cases against them, let them continue cases against all the criminals in power. Continue cases against those who have stolen Nigerian money and not those who are actually fighting for the betterment of this country. and luta continua.
Victoria. If I buy today, even you will get billions, you go buy one day. I no go silent. I go talk. I go talk. And I go talk. And I go continue to the talk. You see my people who I carried the last time. We go talk, now go release them. Unconditionally, now go release them. We don't get gun to take fight. But this our mouth, now our power. We are not there to serve us. We are not there for us to be a slave. We beg una in peace. Make una release our people and make una do the needful. What we just need is good governance. Nothing but good governance. Nothing but freedom of speech. Nothing but right for peaceful protest. Tinubu, you protested 2012. We came out for you. You spoke and we followed you. But right now you failed us. You failed us and you are locking us up so that we won't speak. No, we will speak. I'm a Soros, okay? I'm a Soros, okay? Now, it can't ever be Shefu and Shefu. Let's go one more. We are 200 million Nigerians. You cannot lock 200 million Nigerians. If you silence me, other people will come out. So, we just want you to do the needful and release the peaceful protesters.
This is a petition submitted. We have a acknowledged copy, which I would like to be Africa.
Great Nigerian people. I'm here on behalf of the Chief Judge, Honorable Justice K.O. Amuda. The Chief Registrar is supposed to be the one to do this, but all of them are unavoidably absent this morning. And I've been directed to receive this petition on their behalf. I've listened to your complaint, and I believe all the complaints are contained in this petition. So I'm going to, I've received it now on their behalf, and I'm going to deliver it to the appropriate office, as in the office of the Honorable Chief Judge. And I believe necessary action will follow and be taken as a matter of urgency. So you can be sure it's a listening leader, a listening Chief Judge, and he will take care of all that is necessary. Thank you. It will be acknowledged, and you will receive a correct copy in this. I'm Assistant Chief Registrar Education. Detained. That's my name.